Would you look at that? I think this might be my best specimen yet, actually. Fascinating. You're absolutely beautiful, you are. Wait, do I see a bit of recognition in those eyes? Oh, I think I actually do. No. Don't try to speak now. There's no need to go to that sort of hassle. You've been through quite an ordeal today, after all. You're looking a bit disoriented, perhaps. That's understandable. I would assume that it's quite a harrowing experience. I've never been risen from the dead myself, but from what I can gather, it's not exactly what you'd call pleasant. But I think with time you're going to learn to appreciate it. This second chance at life that you've got. And you actually look like you may have some sort of semblance of self once you fully wake up. You see, I've been practicing for a while, and you, I think, are the closest thing that I've ever gotten to actually fully bringing someone back to, have their spirit inside of them as well. It's maybe not quite perfect yet, but you look absolutely beautiful. It might seem like a strange thing to say to a corpse, but you're not a corpse anymore, are you? Well, I suppose necromancy in some ways is a strange thing, but anyway, I suppose I should introduce myself, seeing as we're going to be getting to know each other quite well. My name is Agatha. What's your name? No, that's alright. There's no need to be speaking. I'm sure that maybe that will come with time, but I think your body is still learning what to do again. That's alright. You look absolutely perfect. Well, actually, if I'm being honest with you, I think you've still got some grave dirt and some dust on you. Do you mind if I perhaps try to clean you up a bit? Here we go. I've just got this nice soft little brush here. If you'd like, I could just sort of brush off some of that dirt, some of the grime from the earth. And maybe after that you'll be feeling a bit more like yourself, yeah? Great. Alright, just hold nice and still. I'm just going to come in here and just... There we are. I'll just get some of that off, okay? There. Under the eye there, just sweep that away very gently. Very, very gently. I wouldn't want to be pressing too hard on that skin of yours. It's, well, it's seen better days. Don't worry though, I've got something that's going to help with that, okay? It's a very special potion that I've made. Well, not really a potion, more of a salve, I suppose. What's going to help bring you back to feeling like yourself. You see, I've been practicing for a very long time. I don't want my reanimated corpses to just be puppets to do my bidding. I would really like to be able to bring back a bit more of what makes you, you. there's not all that much research on that in the field of necromancy, so a lot of it's been trial and error, unfortunately. Well, I think you and I are going to get along swimmingly once you understand. It might feel a bit strange, I understand, but I think in time you'll be just fine. Alright, let me brush you off down here just a bit too. There we go. We'll just get you all brushed off, shall we? And then I'll take a closer look at you and see how your main sort of functions are doing. There we go. I mean, there's a bit more there, but I think that'll do for now. Now, would you like me to brush through your hair a bit too? You've still got some hair here. It's a bit stringy, I guess. Don't you worry. It still looks very nice. And if you'd like, I'm sure that we could perhaps get you a potion to help your hair grow back. But if you'd like, I could at least brush out what you got here. And then maybe you'll feel a bit more like yourself too. Alright. Just hold nice and still, alright? There. See? We'll just brush out that hair just a bit. Oh. I think quite a lot of it is coming out actually. Maybe that's not such a good idea. Well, it is hoping to get it a bit more clean. I'll just do it very gently, alright? Don't worry about it. There, okay. Now it's not coming out as much. There. Does that feel a bit better? Good, good. Ah, I think that looks quite nice now. Now, do you mind if I take a bit of a closer look at you, at your eyes and your ears a bit, and perhaps your mouth, and just sort of see how things are working? Alright, thank you very much. Got a candle here. Just going to hold this up. Oh, don't worry, don't worry. I won't get too close with the candle. Just close enough that I can sort of take a look into your eyes. Right. Okay. Well, there is some movement in the pupils. A bit of dilation. That's quite good. That's quite good. Now, if you wouldn't mind, if you can understand me, would you mind just looking at this flame here and keeping your eyes on the flame as it moves around? Just keep your eyes on that flame, alright? Good, good. There's definitely some movement there. That's good to see. That'll probably get a bit quicker as we go too. The more that you come to. You know, you actually woke up much faster than most of the other corpses that I've raised. Alright. Good. Just keep following that light, okay? Just keep following it. Good. It might get closer or further away. Or closer or further away. Good. Good. Yes, there's definitely some sort of movement there. Alright, now I'm going to take this light, put it close to my nose here, and I'm going to move it. Now, without moving your head, I'd like you to tell me when you can no longer see the light, okay? So we can see how your outer vision is doing. So just look straight ahead, look right at my nose here, but tell me when you can no longer see the light in the edges of your vision. the lights do it again, shall we? Just sort of nod your head. I know you can't really talk yet, but just some sort of acknowledgement. Good, good, good. Alright, let's do it this way. Excellent, excellent. Good, 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 good. Just tell me when you can see the light. Excellent, alright. Good, good, good. Well, we've got some work to do, but I think for, just waking up, you're actually doing quite well. Sometimes even the living doesn't like to do things like this when they wake up, so perfectly understandable, really. Right. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to burn some of this. It's an incense. Do you know what incense is? Good. Well, this one is called sandalwood. It's a very, very gentle scent. Some incense can be a bit strong, but this one is very gentle. It's got a nice woody, earthy scent to it. Very warm and comforting. Sandalwood is quite powerful. It's used to cleanse negativity, to bring about feelings of peace and relaxation. And I have found that when used paired with the art of necromancy, that it can help to sort of calm your spirit after having a return to the body. And in the cases that I use sandalwood after the actual raising of the corpse, it is a much higher success rate of that soul and that person actually remaining themselves a bit, because the soul feels like it's okay to be there. So, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to just burn a bit of this, alright? Okay. Here we go. We'll just light the tip of that. Just a bit there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit there. Good. There we are. Can you see that smoke? You see the red hot tip there? Oh, do you smell that? Very, very calming, cleansing scent. It's very gentle, but it's still quite powerful. Sometimes the most powerful things are gentle. Gentleness is a virtue that not everyone understands, but it's very important. Alright, why don't you just watch the tip of that incense, alright, as it moves around a bit. Breathe in that warm, calming scent. Good, good. Looks like your eyes are tracking a bit better too. That's excellent to see. You are absolutely gorgeous. You are going to make a wonderful, wonderful companion, I think. There we are. Good. You see, some necromancers, all they care about is raising an army of the dead to do their bidding blindly. But personally, I wouldn't mind actually getting to know you a bit. Who knows, maybe we could even use necromancy for good. People who didn't get to finish their lives. People who had things undone, unsaid. That'd be nice. Or at the very least, we could help solve crimes. Not sure if that'd be admissible in court. In the Fey court, maybe. Not sure about the mortal plane ones. going to set this to the side, but it'll keep burning. But I would just like to get a bit of a closer look at you, alright? Now, it does look like your skin has, well, it started to decompose a bit. That's to be expected, you know, that's what dying will do to you. But I do have a very, very powerful salve in here. Now, this has all kinds of different ingredients in it. Some of them natural, some of them magical. And it is a very special recipe that I have developed that is going to help bring some life back into that skin of yours. You could call it a supercharged moisturizer, I suppose. So if you would like, I could put a bit of this on your skin, and that will help to heal it. Okay. There we go. Just going to get rid of this here. Alright, now nice and still, okay. Just going to rub this in along your face, alright. There we go. There. Good, good, good. A bit more. Can be generous with it. There we go. Good, 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 good. Excellent. We'll just put that. We'll do just the face for now. Of course, we'll have to address the rest of you as well, but for now, we'll just focus on the face. I also have some lovely healing rose water mixed with the blood of virgins that you can bathe in later. It does wonders for the skin, let me tell you. I'll bet your never guess how old I am. I'm always told that I look much younger than I am. I don't look a day over 100. Good, yes, that skin of yours is soaking that up, isn't it? Well, that's good. That's good, especially if you're going to be able to do things like talking or smiling. It's important that we get that skin nice and refreshed with some magical moisturizer. The best out there. Magical moisturizer. Alright, good, 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 good. Now, if you wouldn't mind, would you be alright if I just recorded some measurements of you? You see, personally, I think that when you raise a corpse, they're quite a bit smaller. They've sort of decomposed a bit and they shrink up. So I want to see exactly how big you are. I want to know exactly what size you are so that I can tell perhaps how long you've been dead. Now, maybe once you start feeling a bit more like yourself, you could tell me your story. Your armor here suggests that you were probably a warrior. Perhaps you fell in battle, very brave. Either way, I would love to hear where you're from. But is it alright if I get a few measurements first? Oh, thank you. Alright, yeah. Just going to come over here and get a few measurements, okay? I just want to see exactly how hollow the cheeks are. Then we can also measure out some of these larger sections of decomposition so that I know how to fix them. Oh yeah, we've got some different techniques we can use. Quite good with the needle and thread. But we could also, stitch you together with other people if we need to. Doesn't look like you're too bad, actually. Well, except for this wound in the chest. Might have been what killed you. Probably was. But we'll get some measurements of that too, alright? Alright, let's get on the gold the eyes there so you can see how much they've sunken in. Alright. Okay, good. Alright, I'm going to get a few measurements of this wound on your chest, alright? Just a few this way. Oh, that would definitely kill a person, wouldn't it? Yes, it certainly would. Okay. Good. Do you mind if I get the circumference of your arms as well? Thank you. You don't have to do anything. You can sort of, if you can, lift up your arm just a bit. Oh, good. You've got some motion already. That's wonderful. There we go. Good. And this arm too, if you don't mind. You know, it seems like the left side drains of fluids before the right. At least that's what I've observed. I'm not sure why that is. It seems like it shouldn't be that way, but that's the way it is. Alright. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I would love to see a bit more into your ears, alright? Now, clearly you can hear me a bit because you've been, you know, kind of acknowledging when I've said things, but I would just like to take a closer look and see how they're doing, alright? Is that okay with you? Alright, thank you. Okay, I'm just going to come over here and we're just going to take a look, okay? Okay, does it hurt when I press there at all? Alright, good. Well, decomposition, but it actually looks like most of the bones are still intact. That's quite good. Sometimes when I raise the dead of someone who had a head wound, they can't hear me at all. Alright. No pain or anything when I'm pressing there. Can you feel pain? I guess I've never asked anyone that before. I've never had someone that was quite so coherent, especially not right at first. We'll have to see. I mean, I don't want to intentionally cause you pain or anything, but everyone feels pain sometimes. It's just part of being alive. If we can call being a reanimated corpse being alive. Best not to think about that. I'm going to come over to this ear, alright? I just want to see. We're looking over here too. Alright, if I can see. If I press there, does that hurt at all? Good. Glad it's not hurting. Okay. Yeah, it looks like same level of decomposition, but nothing we can work with. Okay. Interesting. Alright, well. I definitely show some promise there. Alright, now, I'd like to try something. I know you cannot necessarily talk yet, but I'm just going to take my fingers and make a sound. Just a quiet sound near your ears. And I'd like you to just with your head sort of tip this way or tip that way and tell me where you hear the sound, okay? Alright. Why don't you close those lovely eyes of yours? Close your eyes so you cannot cheat. Alright, just tell me when you hear that sound. Good. Excellent, well done. Good. Excellent. Good. I'm so glad to see that you can sort of recognize where sounds are coming from. that is a good sign that there is definitely going to be part of your brain there that I think we can salvage. I think it'll be quite nice. Alright, now I've also got my wand here. This is a wand specially used only for necromancy. I'm sure you can tell why. And I'd like to take this and we're just going to do a bit of spell work around you, okay? This is going to help, again, just sort of anchor your soul back to your body. So, I don't need you to do anything for this part. If you would like to focus on the wand as it moves around, that's perfectly fine. Or you can also just pick a spot on the wall back there. Focus on that too if you'd like and sort of ignore the movement of the wand. Now, before I start this, it's also quite possible that you might hear some sounds, some strange, otherworldly sounds as this is going on. I promise that's all just part of the process, okay? I know it can be a bit strange, a bit frightening to be back amongst the living when you, well, weren't this morning. But everything will sort of settle in time, alright? Okay, good. Now, just going to call upon some of the magic of necromancy. There we are. How do you think that's going to help? Does your spirit feel any more at ease right now? Excellent. Excellent. I'm so glad to hear it. Alright, let's see. Alright, now, this is another sort of spell of sorts. This is one that's called the Flower of Life. Now, there's a very powerful symbol that's known as the Flower of Life that symbolizes all living things, really, and how we're all sort of interwoven and interconnected. And this is a gentle representation of that using an iridescent moonflower. Quite pretty, isn't she? See, iridescent moonflowers. As you can see, it's, well, it is quite sort of iridescent on its own, but when the moonlight hits them, they actually glow. Beautiful shades of blues and purples. It's quite enchanting to walk into a meadow of these under the moonlight. But they also, of course, are very magical. So, using this as a sort of wand, I can do some other life magic instead of necrotic magic, and it will help to breathe some life into you, okay? Alright. Now this part I do need your help with, alright? I'm going to bring this in, and as I breathe it in, I want you to take a deep breath. Wake up those lungs of yours. You might not be able to take all that deep of a breath yet, but just do the best you can. And then I'm going to circle it around, and as I do, you can breathe out, alright? So breathing in when it comes in, and then breathing out as it does that, alright? Okay. Ready? Breathe in. And out. Good. Just like that. That's excellent. Let's do it again, shall we? Breathe in. Good, good, good. Are you feeling any of that rejuvenating life energy? Maybe a bit. Alright. Okay, here we are. Ready? Good. One last time for good measure, shall we? There. That was very good. You did an excellent job. All directions. It's quite a pretty flower, isn't it? Yes, I love it. It's just full of life. Full of a sense of belonging. In the bigger picture of life. The big life, not just the life that's inside you and me, but all life everywhere. Perhaps might seem a bit funny, a necromancer speaking of life. But to me, necromancy should be done in a way that respects death. Should be done in a way that honours it and celebrates life as well. There's really no difference, you know. Everyone thinks that there is between life and death. But personally, I think the veil between them is much thinner than most people think. Anyway, I'm glad that that helped to bring some life into you. Well, you're definitely looking a bit more lively, a bit more calm, hopefully a bit more yourself too. I know it's going to take some time for us to really get to know each other. Part of the process that I do with necromancy means that you do have a bit of choice. Now, inherently necromancy means that you are a bit bound to me. But don't you worry, I take that responsibility very seriously. And I generally ask people what they would like to do instead of just making people do whatever it is that I want. That doesn't sound very nice to me. It sounds a bit problematic. So, I like to have some input. And I like to help you keep a bit of yourself. Well, it seems like we were able to do that. But you are looking a bit, well, pardon the joke, but you're looking a bit worn out, a bit drawn out. So why don't you go ahead and just get a bit of rest? Not eternal rest this time, just a bit of sleep. And when you wake up, we'll see if we can't get you feeling just a bit more lively. Even more than you are now. Alright, good. Good, good, good. You've done excellent today. I really do think that you are going to be my best specimen to date. You seem full of understanding. I've never had someone be able to understand and follow directions so quickly. But I think you and I are going to be fast friends. I think so. But first, why don't you just get some rest, honey? Just get some rest. Maybe tomorrow you can start talking. Tell me about your life. About yourself. But for now,